What is up, everybody? How y'all doing? How you doing? It is time for the weekend forecast for all my signs. So, got a couple of things to announce before we get started. But first, anybody who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, please check in the description of this video, and that's where you'll find everything you need to know about how to go about doing that. Also, for those of you who didn't catch the memo, I released my newest course in my school on my website. And it's like a part 2 to the How to Read Tarot course. Personally, though, I wouldn't really look at it as a part 2. The way I look at it is the most important thing to understand when it comes to reading the tarot is how to develop that relationship with your intuition, with the deck of cards, how to connect with your audience and or clients, whoever it is that you're reading for, and learn to develop your own style with confidence and whatnot. And my first How to Read Tarot course didn't focus very much on that at all. It was mainly centered around the actual meanings of the cards. So that's why I went ahead and made one course that's dedicated to just the intuitive guide, which is the most important part. So, but for everybody who did purchase the first course, check your email. You were emailed a special code where you can get 15% off of the other tarot reading course. Hang on just a second, y'all. All right. Also, too, as you can see, it's a new year. So I got a new logo and new merchandise. So that's all in the description of the video as well. This here was just a little test piece just to see how good it is. And I'm very impressed. It's amazing. But there are other articles in the store that aren't just this logo. There's some real cool spiritual looking stuff. And there's going to be more stuff to come as well. All that's in the description of the video too. All right. Was there anything else? Kind of feels like there may have been something else, but I don't remember. Oh, well, whatever. All right, let's jump on into this. Let's see what messages we have for Aries for the weekend. What messages do we have for my Aries friends for the weekend? Ooh, the Five of Wands reversed. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hold up. Oh, and the Two of Wands. So I'm kind of feeling like there's somebody who's contemplating trying to clear the air with you and make things right. Feels like somebody you probably fell out with in the past. Okay, yeah. Man, they don't know if that'd be a good idea, though. Yeah, they're not 100% sure if that would be a good idea. I think they're kind of leaning more towards that not being a good idea. Because with the Page of Wands here, Ten of Swords, I think this person's really thinking, you know what, this is probably just going to lead to a bunch of drama. Probably just going to lead to a whole bunch of drama. So I kind of think that with the Ten of Swords and the Death card here, they're kind of just leaning towards, let's just let this be what it is. But they are contemplating at least trying to clear the air. I don't know what their intentions are or why they want to clear the air. It honestly doesn't look like reconciliation is what they're looking for. It's not what it looks like. I could be wrong on that. I'll check here in just a minute. But I'm not convinced that they want to actually bring you back into their life and try to rebuild things or try to breathe life back into this connection. It kind of just looks to me like they just want to clear the air with you. I think they know what they want to say to you. They know what they want to say, but also subsequently, I think they know what you would say. So they're assuming that they know how you would react if they was to try to come clear the air with you. And they probably think that it wouldn't be good. So they're just kind of hanging back. And probably, I don't think they hold on to a whole lot of hope as far as that goes. Okay. Could be, by the way, let's see. It could be an Aquarius for some of you. I also have Libra, Taurus, Gemini. I got Cancer and Scorpio here too. Y'all know it could be anybody. I personally don't even really like saying what signs I have on the table. But every time I don't do that, people are always asking, please tell me what signs you see. It could be anybody. Those are just energies, y'all. So let's see what this person's intentions are. Hermit reversed. Strength card. I'm kind of feeling like whatever it was that happened between the two of you just has them kind of restless. Like the feeling of unfinished business just has them kind of restless, and it just kind of weighs them down a little bit, honestly. Kind of like bugging them and weighing on them. Is there going to be any kind of outcome here? Probably not. Probably not. Hangman. What's the advice for Aries with this situation? Would it be a good idea for Aries to reach out to this person? Ooh, Magician reversed. 9 of Wands reversed. Well, I wouldn't get my hopes and expectations up if I was you. I think, if anything, really all this person wants to do is clear the air with you. Could be a Leo for some of you. I also have Virgo here. That's really the only message that I'm getting here. What's the main overall outcome for Aries for the energies for the weekend? Ace of Swords reversed. Anything new coming in? Ace of Swords is reversed. The Moon card's reversed. Some of you may kind of feel like you're sitting stuck, kind of stagnant. No, whoever this is, whoever the hell this is, they're keeping a very close, silent eye on you, but they're not taking action. They're just not. So the only thing that I would say is, if you have hopes and expectations of having this person back in your life to try to like breathe life back into this connection, I would hold off, because I don't think that's what they're looking for. I think all they're really looking for is closure at the end of the day. So I know that was like super fucking general, but that's what came through. So take that information and do with it what you will. All right, let's see what's up with Taurus. What messages do we have for Taurus for the weekend? Messages do we have for Taurus? King of Swords. Some of you dealt with a third party situation. I know that's not everybody. I feel like there's a tiny little group of you who are still healing from heartbreak from a third party situation. I'm seeing some communication coming in here, though. Either way, whether you got hurt by a third party situation or not, I still think that there is a third party in the mix here, regardless of what kind of situation that you're dealing with. But I'm seeing you getting communication from whoever this is that you're dealing with here, because we got all the communication cards coming up in here. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords. And it's telling me that you actually have feelings for this person, but they're not expressing any emotion towards you. What I'm trying to figure out is if this is a past person. It feels honestly like past energy here with the World card reversed. I'm not going to lie. If this wasn't here, this would feel like a singles reading. And I know every time I don't put an intention into it, the past always comes out. So it feels like some past energy here because of the World card reversed. Thank you, Melissa, for that super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. So, yeah, communication coming in. This feels like somebody that you have feelings for, but is acting very cold, detached, and closed off when it comes to you. And also very self-centered and greedy and just very focused on themselves. So you might end up kind of hurt and disappointed if you have your hopes up. What is it with Two of Swords? Let me just see What's the overall general outcome here? Anything new coming in, anything old coming back? Anything new coming in, anything old coming back? Yeah, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. So probably more than likely, the next person you connect with is going to be a new person. I do think that there will, for those of you who do have unfinished business from somebody in the past, I think there will more than likely be an opportunity for you to get that closure. But a lot of you aren't even really going to take that opportunity. I think the majority of you are just washing your hands clean of the person from the past and moving on to something new. But I am feeling like something long-term, stable, and committed is due to come in next. It is due to come in next. But the only thing that's really holding that up right now is whoever else this person is that you're attached to energetically. I was explaining yesterday, I forget what sign, who I was telling this to yesterday, but I know somebody needs to hear this. You know that your timeline isn't only determined by the actions you take, right? Your timeline is determined by the decisions that you make. You can pick a timeline simply by thinking a thought. You know that, right? So I'm going to give you an example as to how this works. Let's say I just got broken up with 3 months ago. Okay. So right now I'm still energetically tied to the person from the past. So I have so many different timelines available to me. I can pick that timeline with a thought. Okay. So let's say, for example, I say to myself, you know what? It's done. It's done. Dun, 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 dun. I don't care if they come back begging. I don't care if Jesus Christ himself ascends down from heaven and walks up to me and tells me this person has changed. If you reconcile with this person, it'll all be perfect. I don't give a damn. Dun 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 dun. Never happening again. Okay, you make that decision. That is timeline A. If you say, well, I don't know, we'll see. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. If the opportunity presents itself to me, we'll see whether or not reconciliation is on the table. Or if somebody new makes their way into my life, we'll see. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. We'll see what happens. That is timeline B. And if you say, nah, you know what? I want to get back with this person. I don't want nobody else. I'm not giving up on this. I'm going to hold on to hopes that me and this person are going to reconcile one day. You make that decision, it's timeline C. Does it make sense? So, with a simple decision, that's what determines the timeline that you take moving forward. So, for those of you who are still energetically attached to somebody right now, you haven't picked a timeline yet. However, I feel like you're about to very soon. And which one of those timelines that we just talked about does this card represent? The first one, timeline A. Dun 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 dun. Done dollar. I'm walking away from this. Over. Even if it hurts to make that decision. So, yeah, more than likely the next person that does come in is probably going to be somebody that you don't even know with this Fool card right here. That's taken a brand new leap of faith into something totally, completely new with the Fool card and the Page of Wands. This is all about a new connection. Let's get the advice. Let's see what advice we have for Taurus. What's the advice? What advice do we have? The Hangman. Okay. So the Hangman is all about taking the time to look at things from a different perspective. If you notice and you look at this card real close, that dude, he ain't hurting. He's all good. His life is not in danger. He's hanging there by his foot. And he's just kind of chilling. And he's looking at life from a different perspective, hanging there upside down. So take the time to look at things from multiple different perspectives. Queen of Cups. So what I would do if I was you, hang on, and the Two of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Okay. So be a little bit pickier about certain things whenever you connect with somebody new. Okay. It seems like we always overlook the most important things, and we focus all of our attention on the wrong things, especially when it comes to the dating world. You know, we will focus all of our attention on nothing but somebody's actions. Okay. When not that actions are something you shouldn't focus on, but you want to focus on somebody's intentions. Because just because somebody has good intentions doesn't mean that they're always doing good things. And just because somebody has bad intentions, that doesn't mean that they're always doing bad things. So if you judge whether or not somebody is a good person or a bad person based on nothing but their actions, you could end up being severely misled. And that's why so many people were conditioned to trust the government and the politicians. How many good things do they do, but they have a more sinister plan behind those actions, right? Right? Come on now, think about it. Think about it. And how many good people do you know that accidentally do dumb shit, but they don't do it with you know, bad intentions? They just may be misled or uneducated or just confused or lost, you know? Think about that before you end up connecting with the next person that comes in. Because you're going to need that. Okie dokie. What messages do we have for Gemini? Gemini. Messages for Gemini. This right here is like the oldest deck that I have. Pretty sure I got this deck back in like 2021. This is one of the decks. You all know that sometimes I'll get a wild hair up my ass when it's time for new tarot cards, and I'll just get rid of all my old decks and I'll just throw them on eBay, and then I'll get all new tarot cards. But this is one of them decks and I'm never getting rid of. I got a couple of them. I got like 3 or 4 decks that I'm never getting rid of. And this is one of them. All right, let's see. Gemini, what messages do we have? 4 of Pentacles. That kind of tells me there's a situation or a person that you're having a really hard time letting go of. You're still clinging very tightly to something. And the Hangman here too. And the Death card. Something that you probably should let go of is what it's telling me. Probably something that you should let go of. Maybe some of you were ghosted, possibly. Ooh, I'm going to throw out a real specific situation. And I hate to be too specific, but I'm going to tell you what this is screaming at me. Some of you, and it may only be 1 or 2 of you, but some of you got involved with somebody, and it was nothing but a sex-based connection, and that was it. And you done caught feelings. And then, poof, they ghosted you. Somebody was just trying to clap some cheeks. They blew whatever smoke they needed to blow up your ass to get them pants off. As soon as they got what they wanted, poof, later, tater. Again, I know that's not everybody, but I know it's at least one of you. But regardless of whether that's your situation or not, I'm still thinking with the Devil card here that the universe removed this person from your life for a very specific reason. There's more than likely a third party involved here that you probably don't know about. And there was probably a third party. This is an intuitive message. I don't have the card for this here, but my intuition is like yelling at me that there was probably a third party a lot longer than you know. I don't know who needed to hear that. But especially if this was a relationship that came to an end that was long-term or semi-long-term, there was probably a third party like long before you even found out about it. I'm kind of feeling like for a couple of you, there may have even been some third party energy in there when y'all very first connected. Could have been like an ex or something like that, or maybe just somebody they were juggling. But see, right now, the universe pulled this person out of your life, and they are giving you the chance to take a step back and see this situation for what it really is. And that's one of the hardest things to do, because once we tell ourselves, when we tell ourselves something and we start believing it, we want to live by that. So whenever you tell yourself that this person is who you say they are, and you tell yourself that, you believe that the person is who you've told yourself they are. And then whenever you're handed evidence that proves that this person is actually not who you thought they were, the ego hates that, because the ego is still clinging to the story it was telling itself about who this person is. And it does not want to accept the fact that it was completely misled throughout that whole situation. What is the primary overall outcome for Gemini? Anything new coming in? Anything old coming back for the weekend? Man, see, you're wrapping up a karmic cycle here. You are in the middle of closing out a karmic cycle. Emperor. But the death card is reversed, though. And so is the world card. So it's looking like y'all are kind of stuck in limbo here with this situation. Because it's time to move forward. You're just having a really hard time doing that. And I get it. It'll happen when you're ready. Overall, though, I do think you're kind of like, it's your twins, dude. Your twins are not on the same page. You got one twin that's throwing in the white towel, ready to move on, ready to move forward. Your other twin is still holding on to this, still feels unfinished business, still has unanswered questions. So you're up in your head, and you got a twin battle going on up in your head right now. What's the advice? What is the advice? 10 of Cups reverse, man. I might not have any easy advice for this. I might not. Temperance. Yeah, I don't think I have easy advice for this. Sometimes in life, the universe puts you in a situation that there's no easy way through. There just isn't. And it sucks, dude. I totally get it. I totally get it. When you're stuck in the middle of it and you're forced to ride that wave and there's nothing you can do about it. There's no easy way out. There's no easy way through it, and it only makes sense through time. While you're in the middle of it, you can't think straight. Your mind is spazzing out. Your emotions are going crazy, and there's just no easy way out. There's not. You just feel trapped. And I get it. It feels like that. But after a certain point, the light starts to shine through and the vision starts to become more clear. And then you finally start being like, oh, okay. All right. Now I'm kind of starting to see why all this is going down the way it's going down. And it starts kind of making sense. So it kind of feels like that's the kind of situation a lot of you are in. I know I hate giving that advice. I always like to give advice that'll help you navigate, But every now and then, and this is one of the hardest things about being on planet Earth, yo. One of the hardest things about planet Earth is that sometimes, very frequently actually, we get stuck in hard situations that there's no easy way out of. There's no easy way through it, Trust that it'll make sense one day. Or don't trust it. That's fine. You don't have to trust it. I know it's hard to trust sometimes. But mark my word, you will. Mark my word, it'll make sense one day, even if you don't believe it right now. I get it. All right. Cancer. What messages do we have for my Cancerian friends for the weekend? What messages do we have for the weekend for Cancer? Damn, dog. 10 of Cups reversed. And the Empress reversed. Oh, shit. Okay, we got a lot of major arcana right off the bat here. Real quick before I forget, the major arcana I have is Taurus, Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. I know a shitload of y'all dealing with an Aries. I already know that. Aries and Cancer has got to be the number one energetic mismatch that comes through my line of work. Not just that comes through my line of work, that you just see it in real life everywhere. Aries and Cancer, Aries and Cancer, Aries and Cancer. You always see air and earth, fire and water. You always see that. Those are the most common energetic mismatches. But it's always air and earth of the identical quality, fire and water of the identical quality. So, for example, Aquarius and Taurus, fixed air, fixed earth. That was me and my first wife. You have Sagittarius and Pisces, fixed fire. Mutable fire, mutable water. Aries and Cancer. That one's number one, dude. But I know that's not everybody. So either way, though, regardless, you do have somebody new coming in. It just seems like there is a blockage here between the two of you. I can't tell if this is somebody you just recently connected with. This doesn't feel like a past person. I'll tell you that much right now. So this is either right around the corner or it's something new that just came in. One of the two. If you're dealing with a new person you recently connected with, I'll take it. Either that or it's the next person coming in, one of the two. But this is all about something new coming in and there being some kind of energetic blockage between the two of you. The universe just doesn't really seem like it wants to open that door and let this move smoothly between the two of you. And I'm thinking, and after, sitting and having a conversation with the Leo King before we went live the other night and did our show, Pluto going into Aquarius is making almost all of us, is putting almost all of us in situations where it just seems like things working against us, So that could have something to do with it here. It very well could, but it almost kind of feels like, then this isn't very like you, is it? This right here ain't like you. This is you being so overly analytical and logical about this. It's almost like you're not even looking at this connection through your emotional mind at all. What kind of Cancer fucking does that? I've never seen a Cancer do that before, dude. So some of you are becoming so analytical about this situation and this connection that it's you're living so much in your logical mind, you may start to question whether or not you actually even have feelings for this person. With the Queen of Swords there. 9 of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups is and the 10 of Cups reversed. These are the only cups I have on the table here. Wow. Let's look at this person's intentions and feelings, I guess. What deck do I want to use? There's a helicopter flying over my house. Y'all hear that? I live up in the hills. And so I'm like up in the hills. And there's like this hiking trail behind me. And the helicopters are always flying over there. Picking people up. People getting bit by snakes and shit. There's a helicopter flying over my house. All right. It's fucking annoying, dude. Let's see this person's feelings and their intentions. Ooh, Oh, they feel a really weird connection with you. A really weird one. They feel like they've known you their whole life and they don't know why. This person has serious abandonment issues and they're guarding their heart. They don't know why they feel like they've known you their whole life. I'll tell you why. Because you all have a pre-birth, actually, it goes back further than pre-birth, past life karmic contract. So the reason why it feels like you've known them your whole life is because you have. That's why. You've known them longer than your whole life. You've known them this whole life, your whole last life, and probably the one before that too. But they have abandonment issues and they are guarding their heart because they don't know why they feel this weird connection with you. What's the overall outcome for this situation? Ooh, don't you worry. I think you all are going to end up figuring this out. I think you're going to end up figuring this out, and it's going to end up working out and becoming successful between the two of you. Watch out, though. It could end up turning into a codependency relationship. But I think you all work through this. As long as you work through this and you don't retain this energy, it's okay. It's just whenever you maintain this energy throughout the entirety of the connection, it'll eventually end up deteriorating the connection. Okay, that emotional codependency, you want to make sure that you work on that. Whoever it is that's bringing that energy to the table. But I think you all will. Eventually, right now, you're just being tested, I think. Eventually, that door will end up opening, and this will end up turning out to be much more successful than you thought. Any advice? What advice do we have? Page of Cups in the reverse. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So don't extend or accept a love offer until you have clarity about what this person's intentions are. Okay. I know. Okay. So here's a new thing that I've been explaining to a couple of the signs here lately. A lot of you have heard me beat that drum over and over and over that there's no reason why you should be confused about somebody's feelings and intentions, right? You've heard me. I have beat that drum to death. Well, I figured out a better way to explain why that is. You know that they do have the tools and the technology to measure the human energy field. You know that, right? When people say your energy and your vibration, these aren't just woo-woo little fluffy duffy things that just sound cute that don't hold water. You radiate an energetic field and they can measure it technologically. Some people don't know that. Some of you do, some of you don't. You know what the strongest frequency that a human can resonate is? Authenticity. Authenticity. When you are being unapologetically authentic and your true self, your energy field radiates 4 times stronger than somebody who's not being authentic. Somebody who's holding a lot back, maybe somebody who has ulterior motives, isn't really speaking their mind, isn't really expressing how they feel. When you're not being authentic, your energy field is 4 times weaker than a person who is being truly authentic. That's the reason why whenever somebody really, truly has genuine, legit ass feelings for you, you will know it because you will feel it. You won't need to be told. You won't need to be shown. You won't need to sit around and test them. You won't need to lay awake at night scratching your head trying to figure out how they feel about you. Their energy field will be radiating so strong that you'll just fucking know it. You'll know it. So don't extend or accept a love offer until you are 100% sure what this person's intentions are and how they feel about you. All right. Leo. Leo, what messages do we have for my Leo friends for the weekend? King of Wands reversed. Uh-oh. I don't know what to say about that yet, so I'm going to hold off on it. Boom. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Pentacles. This is somebody you're walking away from. Man, somebody done tried playing you like a fiddle, didn't they? Somebody done tried playing you like a fiddle. This person, so this feels like past energy, okay? And I say past energy because we have the Eight of Cups here, something that you're walking away from. And we have the Two of Cups in the reverse. So somebody you separated from and somebody that you've been walking away from. Now, with the Two of Wands and the Five of Pentacles reversed, this would indicate to me that this person is contemplating breaking the silence. Contemplating it. What they're doing is they're looking for an open door of opportunity for them to come forward and break the silence, but they're not really seeing what they would consider to be a good opportunity. Now, you all know, what do I always say? What do most people consider a good opportunity? Especially like an ex, somebody from the past, somebody you fell out with. What would somebody you previously fell out with be most likely to consider an opportunity to come back around? A weak point, right? A vulnerable point. Like if they see, maybe if they hear through the grapevine, maybe they hear through the grapevine that your dog died, or your new relationship cheated on you, or your mom is in the hospital in a coma, or some a place where you're at a really weak, vulnerable place, right? Most of the time, especially somebody from the past, if they're looking for an opportunity to come forward, it would be something like that, wouldn't it? But they're not seeing an open door of opportunity. Now, I don't know if there is an open door of opportunity, but they don't think they see one. So doesn't look like they're taking much action here. Plus, I'm thinking this is something that you've done with anyway. You are done. You aren't hanging around and waiting on this person. You're not putting your life on hold. You are done. And it's not looking like any communication is happening at all here. Well, damn. Well, let's see. What's the outcome? Is anything coming in? Hang on. Let me get a candle going here. Hang on. This is my candle from the Wick Witch, y'all. Y'all got to check out her website, dude. She got some badass shit. Called thewickwitch.com. W-I-C-K. The Wick Witch. Badass candles, dude. I love them. All right. Let's see what's the overall main general outcome. Anything new coming in or anything old coming back? Boom. Ooh, King of Cups. Uh-oh, some of y'all are going to end up connecting with somebody at the workplace. I know that's not everybody, but there is going to be somebody that comes forward that has a lot of feelings for you. It's going to be like a breath of fresh air, though, dude. So this feels like something new. Something new. But I kind of feel like, though, that it's not somebody that you don't know. I think that the next person coming in is going to be somebody that by the time they come in, you already know who they are, but you may not have ever expected to connect with them like that. So I don't think this is somebody that you have on your mind. It's probably somebody that you never would have expected. I'll give you an example. And you know, every time I use examples, I always use workplace examples, plus the cards here. But use this example to any kind of situation. The workplace, okay? A new hire comes in at the workplace, and you see them. You're aware of their existence, but you don't really think about them very much. They're just that new person. You know, you don't particularly have a overwhelming desire to get to know them or anything. They're just there, right? Well, one day, about a month later, you're out with your family at the county fair, riding rides, and all of a sudden, you're standing in line to get a funnel cake, and There they walk up behind you in line to get a funnel cake, and y'all hit it off. Hey, how you doing? Bam. It all starts right there. And then that's when you're like, damn, I never would have expected to get with you. You know? But their feelings for you aren't going to be a secret. Actually, honestly, you might end up very surprised that this person has feelings for you. See what I'm saying? What's the advice for Leo? What's the advice? Ooh, the Six of Wands in the upright. You know what this is all about, right? Well, first of all, we have the card of success here. And then we have the card of past bullshit that you've been through. So this is all about looking back in the past and extracting wisdom from the past and applying it to your future. Don't just talk about the lesson that you think you learned. Apply that lesson and show the universe that you learned it. So that's what's going to be required for you to really see true, genuine success with the next person that comes in. Some of y'all are going to get married to this next person coming in. I ain't even going to lie to you. Y'all remember, those of you who have been with me throughout the last 6 months or so, y'all remember that in December, it started coming through that lots of people, not everybody, but a huge chunk of people are going to be meeting their actual person in 2024. And that's no shit. All right, Virgo. Virgo, what messages do we have for you? Boo, boo. Virgo, Virgo, go, Virgo, Virgo. What messages do we have for my Virgo friends? Mm-hmm. All right. That's good right there. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of clarification here, but let's just put it to you like this. Lover's card, Knight of Pentacles. I don't want to speak on this Lover's card yet, and I'll tell you why. This Nine of Wands in the reverse could possibly indicate past energy. Possibly. I want to clarify this before I speak on whether or not this is a past person or a new person. Hang on. Let me get my clarification deck. Let's see. Is this a past person or a new person? Ooh, the Hierophant. Ritual. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So now I'm honestly feeling like this is more than likely somebody new making their way towards you. Slowly but surely, somebody new is making their way towards you. And I do think that this is going to be one hell of a spiritual test with the Hierophant energy coming out here as the clarification. Now, I don't know if this is happening this weekend because the Knight of Pentacles is kind of a slow-moving knight. He's not a very fast mover. And I think this person may be waiting for you to let your guard down. You seem very guarded, so this person's afraid to just jump headfirst into this. But something real crazy intense is coming in. Crazy intense. Be careful because it's really easy to slip into that codependency energy whenever you're dealing with a really heavy, crazy, intense connection. I'm not seeing, because I was thinking that may have been past energy, but I don't think it's past energy. I don't think so. But this is a slow process because I know that a lot of you can feel it. You've been able to feel it. You're like, there's a big breakthrough coming. Big breakthrough coming. I feel it. And just every day you feel it, you just don't have the evidence to point to. And y'all earth signs always have to have your damn evidence. You can't ever trust in the universe without your damn evidence. And you haven't had any evidence. You just feel it really strong. Like, I know a big breakthrough is coming. You're right. You're right. It is. It's headed your way very slowly. Because the Temperance and the Knight of Coins is here, I don't think it's happening this weekend. Probably not. But this is telling me that it is on its way. And it's more than likely going to show up when you let your guard down and you least expect it. When it's the last thing on your mind. I don't have time to break down the quantum physics behind why it happens that way, but that's usually the way that it happens. It's the only time it can happen. That's not a coincidence. That's not bad luck. That's not by accident. There is quantum physics behind why that happens that way. All right. Okie dokie. Let's see that. Whoa. Hang on. Too many of them fell on the floor. Let's get the overall general outcome for the weekend. Okay, the Ace of Swords. So I think some of you have an idea as to who this person might be, who's making their way in your direction. But this weekend looks kind of slow for you. I'm not going to lie. It looks kind of slow with the Emperor and the King of Wands here. Some of y'all got a fire sign headed your way. But I say it's slow because these aren't very action-packed cards, especially the King of Wands. And in a lot of decks, see, the King of Wands, does it look like there's a lot of movement happening here? Not a lot of movement. He's just chilling, just sitting there. And in most decks, the Emperor is just sitting there chilling too. He's standing in this one, but he's still not moving though. So it's looking real slow, honestly, real slow. What is the advice for Virgo for the weekend? What's the advice? Ooh, 7 of Cups reversed. So don't just be out there mindlessly and arbitrarily looking for any love offer or love option that you can get your hands on. I feel like the majority of you don't need that advice. But there may be a couple of you who need that advice. Your actual person is not somebody that you're going to be able to go out and find by searching for them. I get that question a lot in personal readings. Will I find my person? And I always tell them, no, you won't. That's not how you meet your person. You are never going to find your actual person by going out and searching for them. If you could, you would have found them a long time ago. The only way the universe can bring that person into your life is when you are out of the way. And to give you a little hint as to how the quantum physics behind this works, what does it mean, get out of my own way? What does that mean? That means you're not thinking about it. That's what it means. Your thoughts and your focus have an insanely powerful effect on the quantum field. Insanely powerful. It would blow your fucking mind if you knew what your thoughts were doing to the quantum field right now. It'd blow your fucking mind. And it's not a theory. They do have the tools and the technology to prove it. So this is saying, don't just be going out randomly looking for and chasing down, just any random love offer or love option. Don't be doing that. At least work on seeing if you can find the vibration of love and happiness in your heart. And in no way am I trying to make that sound like it's easy. That's some tough shit, man. But it takes practice. It does take practice. But yeah, as soon as you let that guard down and you forget about it and you're preoccupied with other things and you're thinking about other things, bam, that's when it's going to show up. And it's probably going to be at an inconvenient time too. And just be prepared for that. Most people, let me think. Off the top of my head, every person I've ever met who is currently with their actual person met that person at an inconvenient time when they had other shit going on in their life and they weren't even thinking about it. Happens very frequently. All right, Libra. What messages do we have for my Libra friends? Messages for Libra. Ooh, Two of Coins reversed. Two of Swords reversed. Ooh, you're dealing with some kind of situation in which a decision is being made. Ooh, you completed a karmic cycle too. Now, you know, we got to talk about this one. If, and this may only be one or two of you, but every single time I give this message, somebody shows up in my inbox resonating with it. If you dealt with somebody in the past that you know dabbles in esoterics and metaphysics, looks like they probably tried to throw a little bit of black magic at you. To which I would say, don't feed it fear and don't feed it anger. That's tough. That's hard. I know the first thing you want to do is either get scared or get pissed the fuck off. Try not to do either of them. That energy is going to come back and find them one way or the other. One way or the other. But that process will triple in speed if you catch that energy they throw at you and reject it. You have to be able to acknowledge that it's not your energy. It would blow your mind. You know how many of you all out there have no idea that you're thinking thoughts that aren't yours? You be walking around in a bad mood, thinking all these angry, negative thoughts, and they ain't even your thoughts. That's not even your energy. But you see the way it attaches to us underneath our conscious awareness, and then it climbs up and overtakes your conscious mind from underneath. You just think it's you. But the minute you stop and say, whoa, hold up. This is not my energy. I don't claim this energy. This is not my energy. This energy is not welcome here. I don't claim it. It's not needed here. I'm returning it back to wherever it came from with love and light. It'll leave. It almost feels like taking a drug sometimes. For real. I know somebody needed to hear that. Next time you find yourself in just a bad mood that's kind of unprovoked, or even if it is provoked sometimes, but regardless, practice that. But it's hard because it's so easy to get addicted to that energy. And, you want to keep reinforcing it and keep reinforcing that negative thought and that bad mood and being all pissed off, Stop and say, whoa, this isn't my energy. I don't claim this. I don't claim this energy. You will literally, tangibly feel. You'll feel it like lift up off of you. It's fucking amazing, dude. And then guess what? Whoever threw it at you, it's going right back to them. Like I said, it's going to come back to them anyway, but it'll come back to them much quicker when you reject that energy. Anyway. Okie dokie. But no, you completed a karmic cycle. Okay. Now, even if that story doesn't resonate with you, if you didn't deal with anybody that you think is throwing black magic at you, they're still trying to figure out a way to manipulate you. They're still trying to figure out a way to manipulate this situation. Black magic or not. They could be trying to figure out a way to sabotage you, especially if you're connecting with somebody new, because I feel like some of you are connecting with somebody new. They're probably going to make an attempt to sabotage you, more than likely. And I say attempt in big, bold, capital letters because I don't think it's going to work. Didn't that come through the Libra bonus? Wasn't that you? I'm like 90% sure that came through the Libra bonus. I think it did. Okay. All right, let's see the overall main general outcome. Just the general outcome. Not for a specific situation, just generally. First, hang on. You ever wonder what it smells like here in Rich Lop's home studio? Dragon's blood incense, man. Got to try it. I'm telling you. You can get this whole box for like $8 on Amazon. And it comes with all these little packs of incense cones. This whole damn box is like $8, dude. And it smells fucking amazing. So here in the next 2 weeks, we will officially enter into the year of the dragon. 2024, the year of the dragon. Boy! All right. So we got to get that dragon's blood energy. Hang on. I haven't forgotten about you, Libra. Hang on a second. Got to get good vibes in the air and burn them like you just don't care. All right. Okie dokie. Let's do good old fashioned, old school gilded tarot. Can't go wrong with that. All right. Person's true energy and intentions. So they ain't trying to get back with you. They're not trying to reconcile with you. They feel like it would be a waste of time. Three of Pentacles. Okay, well, what's the overall general outcome then? Because this person ain't trying to reconcile with you. They ain't trying to get back with you. What's the overall outcome here? Okay. So there'll probably be a failed attempt. A failed attempt at trying to... first of all, I think there's going to be some sort of attempt to try to see if they can come back into your life. Just because they want emotional power over you, not because they're trying to reconcile. And if it fails, they're probably going to try to attempt to sabotage you, which I think is going to fail. So, Chariot. It's not going to work, though. It ain't going to work, though. What's the advice? Ooh, Knight of Wands reversed. Ooh, you know what? Okay. See, whenever somebody tries to sabotage you like that, it's not actually them that's sabotaging you. Nobody can actually sabotage you. The only thing they can do is trigger you to sabotage yourself. Now, how do you do that? How do you sabotage yourself? You agree to an energetic exchange with their energy. See, whenever you get in there and you start going to bat and you start defending yourself and you start telling your side of the story and you start fighting that battle, you agree to a contract with this energy. You're signing a contract in real time in this lifetime. Even if you didn't have a pre-birth contract, even if you didn't have a past life contract, the minute you agree to exchange energy back and forth with somebody, who's throwing shit at you or spreading rumors about you or arguing about you, start going back and forth with them, you are entering into an energetic contract with this energy. And that will sabotage you. It very well could. But if you just be quiet and just let the noise fly without you saying nothing, without you acknowledging it, without you fighting that battle, the vibrations that you cast will come back to you. So people don't realize when they throw shit, they're throwing a doo-doo boomerang that's on its way back. So if you catch that boomerang, that could sabotage you. But if you just let that boomerang fly over your head and duck, it's going to go, and come back around and hit them right in the face, and they're going to sabotage themselves. All right. You'll be all right. You will be all right. Okie dokie. Scorpio. Scorpio. Scorpio, what messages do we have? Messages for my Scorpio friends. What messages do we have? Ooh, the Six of Wands, though. Sweet. Sweet. Hang on, I don't know what to say about that yet. Hold up. Ten of Pentacles, though. Yo. This isn't a general reading, but for those of you maybe now here very, very soon, I'm going to be doing some extended financial readings, some special ones that are going to be available on my website only. But this does look like, for those of you who are on some kind of venture to maybe start a business or something like that, looks like it's working out pretty good for you because there's somebody that has their eye on you. Somebody that has their eye on you, that sees you, and for whatever reason, they think you're doing really, really good. And good Christ almighty, it looks like you are. We got the Ten of Cups. We got the Ten of Pentacles. We got the Six of Wands. We got the Nine of Cups. Wow. This feels to me like somebody from the past watching you do better. And that's all it really says, though. I think they want to talk to you, but they don't know how to approach you. But now, okay, now let's flip the coin over. Are you actually doing better? I don't know. I hope you are. I hope you are. But for one reason or another, whether you are or you're just making it look like you are, this person sees you, somebody from the past that you fell out with, sees you as doing much, much, much better. But this is kind of focused more on what you have coming in next. Bro. Dude. This could be somebody you just very recently connected with. If it's not, it's right around the damn corner. A lot of y'all got your actual person coming in here very soon. This looks like your person right here, cuz. Look at that. Look at that. Lover's card, Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Yeah. So somebody from the past is contemplating whether or not to try to get in touch with you, get in contact with you, but they don't know how to approach you. Nine of Pentacles. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Man, my Scorpios are on fire. Boy, check this out. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups. I love that. I don't think I've ever seen that come out like that, ever, in one spread. That's the first time I've ever seen this come out, ever in the history of ever never. I've never seen this come out like this before. Dude. Could be a Capricorn for some of you. I also have Gemini here. Okay. Overall general outcome for Scorpio. General overall outcome. Boom. Hangman reversed. You ain't hanging around waiting on nobody from the past. Well, this person's definitely not hanging around waiting on you. It just looks like you're doing too damn good. It just looks like you're doing too damn good, man. There it is again, dude. That's that success card again. So, nah, they're not hanging around and waiting. They're not. It just looks like you're doing too good. Why the hell would you want to talk to somebody from the past if you're doing better now than you ever were when you was fucking with them? That's what's going on in their mind. Man, Scorpio ain't going to want nothing to do with me. Look how much better Scorpio's doing now. That's just going to make me look stupid. So, And I kind of feel bad reading about this because I feel like the majority of the Scorpio collective who resonate with this don't even care about the past person. So I can't stand it whenever something, you know, a lot of readings, and this is one thing that every true tarot reader has to deal with. You know, the client is looking for one thing, but that's not what's coming through. What's coming through is something totally different, and the client gets mad because they're like, well, I don't want to know about that. I don't care about that. I want to know about this. But Spirit is like, yo, you're looking in the wrong place. That don't fucking matter. That's not important. But if the client is so obsessed with this, but you don't talk about that, you talk about this, sometimes clients can get mad about that. Sometimes they can get pissed. But that's very, very frequent. If you are a true tarot reader, or you are aspiring to become a true reader, that's going to happen to you at some point. That's kind of what I feel like is happening here. I know that some of you are inquiring about somebody from the past, but I think a lot of you are not. But it's coming through real strong. What's the advice? What's the advice? Ooh, the 4 coins. Ooh, stick to yourself. Stick to yourself right now. How am I going to word this? Be careful. Be picky and choosy. Who knows what about you? I'm not saying lock all your social media platforms down on private and just don't let nobody know anything about you unless you choose to do that. If that's what you want to do, that's on you. I'm just saying that just be strategic about what people know about what you got going on in your life. Be strategic about it. Put some thought and intention into it. Because I know that not all of us want to be completely private, and you know, some of us are very open, you know, especially on social media. Shit, you want to come see what I got going on in my life? Anybody's welcome to come see. But those of us who are like that, we got to be strategic about it. You know what I let you know. You know, and it has nothing to do with putting a certain image out there or anything like that. It has to do with, there are some things that if people know, their intentions can affect it. What they think can affect certain things about what you have going on in your life. A person can affect you with their intentions. And if they know something about your life that's delicate, they can affect that with their intentions. Yes, they can. Oh, yes, they can. And that's why you got to be real, real picky what you let people know and what you don't. And especially, you got somebody in the past that's watching you do better. Now, this isn't quite like the Libra reading. I don't think you have to worry about this person actually trying to like sabotage you or anything like that. But I wouldn't put it past them to, if they find themselves in the opportunity to try to drag your name through the dirt or throw some shit at you or get in there and like fuck up something that you got going on. If they see a good enough opportunity, they'll do it. So just be picky and choosy who knows what about what you got going on in your life right now, especially while you got somebody from the past watching you like a hawk. All right. Okie dokie, Sagittarius. What messages do we have for my Saggy friends? Hang on a second. I'm going to swap out a couple of decks here. Okay. Sagittarius. What messages do we have? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's all about drama. Hang on. I got to wake this deck up. It's been down there on the floor. And the 9 of Wands. Okay, so there's a lot of tension between you and somebody. A lot of tension between the two of you. And this situation is a ticking fucking time bomb. Okay. Lover's card reversed. Man, this kind of honestly feels like somebody who's currently a part of your life. I don't know if it's a current relationship that you're in, or maybe somebody you've been on and off with. But this, or maybe it's somebody new. Take it however it resonates. This one feels very wide open. Could either be your current relationship, a new person who just showed up, or somebody you've kind of been on and off with. You know, potential love interest. I don't know, but I'm feeling like there's a whole lot of tension. A lot of tension's been building because I think this person, well, you at least suspect that this person is pulling your chain, playing games with you, trying to manipulate you maybe. Now, I don't know if they are or not, but it really feels like they are, and tension is building. Tension is building and building and building and building, and it does look like it is probably about to pop between the two of you. And whatever it is that's happening between the two of you is completely altering the trajectory of y'all's path moving forward. It's putting a very large dent in the connection. You ever have that kind of connection with somebody where you have a fight with them, and after that fight, it's never the same? It's never the same, right? It's kind of what this feels like is happening here. It could be a Gemini for some of you. So I also have Leo here. Oh, I got Aries too. Okay. I got Pisces too. My bad. Okay. Well, that's about the only way I can spin this spread here. Okay, we're going in circles now. All right. What? First of all, let me at least get one card on this person's true energy and intentions. At least one card. Are they playing games with you? I don't think so. I don't think they're playing games with you. I just don't think they have the feelings that you have with the Queen of Swords energy here. You may have a stronger emotional connection than this person does. You may have more feelings than this person does. So it's not that they're playing games with you. It's just they don't care as much as you do. Does that make sense? Okay, what's the overall outcome? Okay, like I said, tension building. Overall general outcome for Sagittarius. Anything good happening? Oh, no, I feel like you're abandoning this situation altogether. Yeah, you're removing yourself from drama. You are putting any immature, childish, bullshit ass drama and childish foolishness, you're abandoning it. If there's drama, foolishness, childishness, later, tater. Later on, bruh. I ain't got time for that bullshit. I feel you, man. I feel you. What's the best advice for Saggy for the weekend? Okay, man, you got to make a solid decision though. If you now, I don't know why this is being given to you as advice, because this is what you normally do anyway. But just in case some of you find yourself second guessing, you know, somebody that you need to cut out of your life. When you make that decision to cut somebody out of your life, make it final. Make it final. And some of you need to kind of lay low for a little bit. Lay low for a little bit. Especially if this person is a very close part of your life. You cut them out of your life, lay low for a little bit. You know, that's a question I get very frequently in personal readings. People will come to me and say, What should I do about my mom or my sister or my best friend from high school? This situation just seems so toxic. They always mistreat me. They're always talking shit. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Should I cut this person out of my life? Most of the time, and there are exceptions to everything, but most of the time, when it gets to a point where you are having to consider that, 90% of the time, it's time to cut them out of your life. Now, again, there are exceptions to everything. Okay. But most of the time, whenever it comes to a point where you're seriously considering, should I just cut this person out of my life? It's usually time later, tater. Because if you don't, like I said, the tension is building and it's a ticking time bomb. You can do it the easy way or the hard way. You can do it now, or you can just wait until the tension builds up so much that it explodes and pops. And that's fine. It's just that if you let it happen organically and naturally, it's much easier to create a bunch more karma doing that. Now, as long as you're a skilled energy worker and you navigate your life with energetic awareness and intelligence, you don't have to worry about that. You can flip that shit, transmute it, and turn it into your bitch if you want to. But, the heavier the energy is, the harder it is to transmute, the longer it can take to process. And yeah, so take that information and do with it what you will. Fucking hey. I might have to get some sage in the air after that one. Might have to get some sage in the air after that one. Hang on. Hold up, Capricorn. Hang on just a second. Where the fuck my sage go, bro? Am I tripping? Where the fuck my shit go? Damn, dog. I guess wifey must have came in and grabbed it. Well, okay. Looks like I'm going to have to just power through this shit. Well, damn it. Okay. All right. Never mind then. Okie dokie. All right. That's going to drive me nuts. Okie dokie. All right, Capricorn. What messages do we have for my Cappies? What messages do we have for Capricorn? Capricorn for the weekend. Ooh. You're starting to see the truth about a person or a situation. Ooh, Two of Cups reversed. Okay. Yep, with the Two of Cups reversed, Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Well, the Nine of Pentacles came out reversed. But so for that, I would say some of you are starting to realize that somebody was using you for your money. I know that's not everybody, but I gotta say it because the Eight of Swords reversed came out right above the Nine of Pentacles reversed, which means I know there's more than a few of you who are more blessed in the bank than your average person. Come on now. I know how y'all roll. And somebody you dealt with in the past, it's been kind of lingering in the back of your mind. I wonder if they were just using me for my money. I wonder if they were just with me because I got that bag. Well, I think, and again, I know that's not everybody, but You're starting to come to your senses and starting to realize that's exactly what it was. Either way, though, whether you got that bag or you don't, I still think that you dealt with somebody in the past that was using you for something. I don't care if you make $50,000 a year, using you for something. So you dealt with a manipulator. You're kind of having a hard time moving on from this, but you're moving on from it nonetheless. You're doing what needs to be done, not because you want to, but because you know you have to. Could be a Cancer for some of you. Also have Taurus here. Okay, that's all I'm seeing here. If you're wondering whether or not there's going to be communication between the two of you, it ain't looking like it. The Ace of Swords reversed. And it's getting to a point where you're not really sitting around waiting on this situation. Well, let's see how this person feels about you real quick. I want to try to hit everything in this reading here. Whoever this person is, how do they feel about Capricorn? Two of Cups reversed. They ain't trying to get back with you. Ooh, they feel tension. They know you mad at them. They know you mad at them. They know you got them figured out too. But I'm also being told to tell you, and this might be a little on the specific side, but some of you, it appears as if they have moved on and they're doing better. And honestly, this person has not. I wouldn't say that they haven't moved on, meaning that they want to get back with you. I don't think they're trying to get back with you, but they're not doing any better in their life. They're actually very lost. This person's actually very lost, very confused. They have no idea where they're going in life, especially if they was using you for your money. Do you think that somebody using you for your money is going to know what to do with their life after y'all split? Hell no, man. They probably going to try to attract somebody else that got that bag. Or maybe they just got lucky with you. I don't know. Maybe you saw something in them that most people don't see. And you saw that good side of them that they have buried deep down inside. And you were holding on to the hopes that potential that they have deep down inside would bubble up to the surface and overtake them. And it just never did. And it still hasn't. They're still very lost and very confused. What's the overall general outcome for Capricorn for the weekend? Oh, man, some of you are kind of struggling a little bit, man. This situation is kind of weighing on you and affecting areas of your life that you may not realize it's affecting. You may not. Some of you, this is affecting your finances and you don't even realize it. I think y'all are kind of laying low for the weekend, for the most part. Laying low. Not really even messing with any potential lovers or love options or love interests. Yeah. Hermit, Seven of Cups reversed. I see you laying low. What's the advice for Capricorn for the weekend? Advice. Man, don't be afraid to tell somebody no. Don't be afraid to tell somebody no. So, okay. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. All right. And this is for everybody too, not just Capricorn. You are not required to take on burdens that aren't yours to take on. I know that there's this perception that if I take on burdens that aren't mine to take on, I am a good person. And if I refuse to help somebody, I am a bad person. No. Only take on burdens that aren't yours to take on if you are in the position to do so and you do it with no expectations. No expectations. You know, I cannot scroll social media. I guarantee you I could pick up Facebook right now and start scrolling And in less than 5 minutes, I would come across somebody bitching, complaining, because they do everything for everybody. And the minute they need something, nobody is around. Well, quit fucking doing shit with expectations. That tells me everything I need to know about you. When you start bitching about everything you do for everybody else and complaining because ain't nobody helping you because you feel like you deserve it. That tells me that you don't do what you do out of pure love. You do it with ulterior motives. Don't be doing shit with expectations. Let me tell you a little something about me, okay? I personally, this is just me, I refuse to loan people money. I will not loan you money. If I give you money, it's yours. Keep it. I don't want it back. If I can't afford to give you money, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not going to give it to you. I just don't like that energy. I can't stand it. I don't like the energy of you owe me and I'm waiting. The energy is just heavy. I don't like it. I don't like it. Now, if you come up to me and you say, here, take it back. Here, you help me out. Here, you take this back. Okay, whatever. I can't stop you from doing that. But I'm not going to loan you money. Period. If I give you $100 bill, it's yours. Keep it. You know? If you need help moving or something like that, and you need a truck, and I go help you move, it's all good. You don't owe me anything. I'm doing it because that's who I am. And definitely don't feel obligated to take on a burden that's not yours to take on when you're not even in the fucking position to do so. If all you have to your name is $1,200 and your rent is $1,200 and your brother is begging for $500, they say, I'm getting paid the day before your rent's even due. I'll have it back to you the day before your rent's due. No, sorry, I can't do it. I'm not in the position to help you right now. I'm not in the position. That does not make you a bad person. No, it does not. My bills comes first. Now, if I got $2,000, okay, we'll talk. I might be able to do that. I might got you. But if you're not in the position, all I got is $1,200. My rent is $1,200. No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. No, can't do it. That does not make you a bad person. Okay? I don't care. Don't let nobody shame you. Oh, that's a big red flag if they do. That's a big red flag. They start trying to guilt trip you, shame you, and, they start trying to make you feel bad. That's a big fucking red flag. They're trying to manipulate you. You're even if I was thinking about changing my mind, you're going to start shaming me for it? Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. No. That's a big red flag. You're being manipulated. All right. Who was that? Capricorn. Aquarius. What messages do we have for Aquarius? Messages for the weekend. Woo! Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Whoa. What fell on the floor? The Judgment. Okay. And the Fool card. Some of y'all taking a drastic leap of faith. But there's some past energy in here too. Okay, so you're off to a fresh new start. But there's somebody from the past watching your every move. Somebody you have unfinished business with. Watching your every move. It doesn't really look like a whole lot of action is happening here with the Seven of Pentacles and the Hangman. I might have to clarify this. That's the most boring ass spread that I pulled throughout this whole video. All this is telling me is that you're off to a fresh new start, taking a leap of faith into something brand new, and somebody from the past is watching you. That's all this is telling me. Knight of Pentacles, Justice. Hang on, let me clarify that. That was boring as hell, y'all. Hold up. We'll see. If the same message comes through again, then okay, we'll roll with it. But so far, that was not very descriptive at all. Six of Wands. So whatever this is that you're jumping into, you're off to a fresh, new, successful start. Whatever it is you're jumping into now, it looks like it's working out for you very, very well. And somebody from the past is watching your every move. Okay. Seven of Pentacles again. Maybe that's all it is. Let me see. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like this is a love offer. Yeah, okay. So no, that's it. Page of Cups. Six of Wands. So somebody from the past is watching your every move. I'm not getting why. It's not telling why they're watching you. Because they're walking away from this. You're walking away from this because you know this person's toxic. You know this situation's toxic. You know this person is probably too damn immature for you anyways. So it looks like you're walking away from this and ending it. Not waiting around on this. And you're off to a fresh new start. And this person's watching you. That's all it's telling me. That's it. Could be a Capricorn for some of you. You also have Aries, Sagittarius, and Cancer. Okay. Well, whatever. Boring as hell. Maybe that Pluto going into Aquarius is affecting my Aquarius friends a lot more than others. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd have to ask David about that. Well, let's see. Overall general outcome for Aquarius. Sorry, that was all that came through, y'all. I pulled the spread twice, and the same message came through twice in a row. So it's the overall general outcome. Things looking good. Six of Pentacles. Money flow is looking good for you. If money flow has been slow, it's going to pick back up. I'm Seven of Cups reversed. You're not going out, dating around, messing with a bunch of love offers, a bunch of different love options. Some of y'all are just focused on your career and finance, honestly. Emperor reversed. Yeah, some of you feel a little bit lonely, but you're not going to, basically, I'm not going to drink poison just because I'm thirsty. I'm not going to jump into a connection with a lying, cheating piece of shit just because I'm lonely. So you're kind of laying low and focusing on other things, focusing on your goals. You're off to a fresh new start. I'm thinking that somebody new is making their way into your life, but you're keeping them at an arm's distance. You're not just jumping straight into a relationship. But for some reason, and this is going to sound kind of weird, but maybe this person is just watching you and they're filling in the blanks in their imagination, assuming they know what you got going on in your life. Because this kind of feels to me like some of you aren't even jumping straight into a new relationship. Maybe you're just talking to somebody. Maybe, for example, you connect with somebody new and y'all go out and have lunch. And that's it. And you post a picture of it or something like that. Go out and just have lunch with a friend, post a picture of it, throw it on Instagram, and then this person sees it and they start painting this big imaginary scenario in their mind of all the new relationship that you're into, and y'all are about to get married and have a kid and this, that. And then they start making up this picture in their mind of what they think you got going on in your life, but they don't know what in the hell is going on in your life. They're just making shit up in their head. That's what this feels like to me. That's what this feels like to me, because I'm feeling like whoever you're connecting with next, you're kind of keeping them at an arm's distance. You're not jumping straight into a new relationship. But again, there's that Six of Wands there. So things are really starting to turn out for the positive in your direction in all aspects of life. Like I said, those of you who are, maybe starting a business or whatever the case may be, it looks like that's picking up and doing good for you. It's looking good, but any advice? Let me just get the advice. What is the advice? Queen of Wands reversed. No, that's exactly what you're doing. This is saying lay low. You lay low and focus on you. I know that sounds cliche. I know. But you lay low and focus on you. Especially those of you who feel like you have a mission to help others. Especially those of you, because I know the overwhelming majority of Aquarius readings that I do have something to do with some sort of mission, light work, community service, volunteering. Now here's the thing. Even if you are a light worker here on mission, a starseed, a volunteer here on mission, you know that you can't effectively carry out your mission until you figure out how to navigate through your own bullshit, right? You know that, right? You know how many people come to me lost, broken, totally confused, have no direction as to where they're going in life or what they're supposed to be doing. And all they're asking me is, how do I help more people? How do I help more people? How do I help more people? And I'll ask them, I'm like, what are you planning to tell these people that you want to help exactly? You're lost. You're broken. You're confused. You don't even know where you're going in your own life. What do you plan to tell these people? See, whenever somebody is obsessed with helping everybody else, but they haven't figured out how to make the first bit of progress in their own life, that tells you something. What it tells you is they don't actually give a shit about helping other people. It's just their ego. I'm helping people. That they just want to look like a light worker. Look at me. I'm a light worker. They have no idea how stressful and strenuous real light work actually is. Not only that, but they don't even know how to fucking do it, because if they did, they wouldn't be sitting in the position that they're in their life anyways. Those of you who feel like you're being called, those of you who feel like you have a mission, and I know that's probably 75% of my Aquarius friends, don't worry about everybody else. You worry about you. The universe is not going to bring you the people that need to hear what you have to say until you learn what you need to learn in order to help them. The only way you can do that is to do it for yourself in your own life. You figure out how to get yourself up out of the mess that you're in. And then you need to sit down and figure out how to explain how you did it. Then once you figure out how to explain how you did it, that's when the universe is going to bring the people that need to hear what you have to say. That's when. Okay? All right. Pisces. What messages do we have for Pisces for the weekend? Oh, Ace of Cups reversed. This is something you're transitioning on from. Kind of feels to me like you're transitioning on from somebody who you're in love with them, but they're not in love with you. This feels like unrequited love to me. Feels like unrequited love. You dealt with somebody that maybe played some emotional games with you, emotionally manipulated you. For some of you, you dealt with a person that wanted nothing but a sex-based connection. And or you could have dealt with somebody that might have an addiction issue. But it's something that you're transitioning on from. And you know what this is telling me? This is telling me that all of the red flags were there in the beginning and you didn't see them. Now, why you didn't see them, I don't know. It's probably about 50-50. 50% of you did see them, but you didn't want to accept it, so you stuffed them under the rug and tried to ignore them. Some of you, they just seriously flew right over your head and you didn't even realize it. Maybe whenever you and this person very first connected, you were so entrenched in Pisces dream world that you didn't even notice the red flags. Or maybe, and this happens a lot too. I see this a lot. You saw the red flags. You knew they were there. You acknowledged them, but you saw the good in this person and hoped and expected that they would correct their issues. So you saw their inconsistencies, but you thought, man, you know what? I see the good in them. They'll fix their own issues. And they didn't do it, did they? They did not. Man, I hate to say it, but some of y'all dealt with a narcissist, dude. I try to avoid using that word as much as possible. There's a very specific combination of cards that I'm looking for in order to use that word. Devil card, Seven of Swords, King of Cups reversed, Emperor reversed, all in the same spread. That's narcissistic as hell to me, dude. If all four of these cards come out in the same spread, that's narcissistic as hell. So this is not something that's been easy to transition on from, but I'm thinking a lot of you don't really realize the strength that you have to transition on from this. You don't realize how strong, especially those of you dealing with a real narcissist. Okay. I've only personally met a few people who have actually healed from narcissistic abuse. And you know what all those people have in common? They made quantum leaps in evolution. Quantum leaps. If you have the strength, or you find the strength, it may end up leading you to find strength you didn't even know you had. To break free from that bullshit and transition on from it and heal from it. Dude, it'll turn you into a version of yourself that you didn't even know existed down in there. So some of you, I think the members of the Pisces collective who resonate with this energy here, you don't realize how strong you actually are. You don't realize right now that what the universe is putting you through is meant to turn you into a completely different person for a reason. Not by accident, for a reason. And you're doing a damn good job too, boy. Damn good job. Damn good job. What's the overall general outcome for Pisces? Okay, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Ooh, so you're connecting with somebody new. Somebody is very slowly making their way in your direction, very slowly. But man, I'm going to tell you what right now. The next person you connect with, whoo, shooey, dooey, and Louie. It's going to be a heavy one. It's going to be very, very, very intense. But there's a mix between that and going through the healing that you've gone through from the past. So, yeah, the outcome is the next person coming in is going to be somebody new. And it looks to me like y'all going to be together for a while. But then again, there's also this past energy that you still need to heal from. So that could kind of slow things down a little bit. No, that was kind of weird and general and vague, but let's get the advice. The advice is the most important part. What is the advice? What is the advice? What is the best advice? Boom. Oh, the Four of Swords. So especially if this was something that was very, very recent, relax. Take a break. Take a break. Seven of Pentacles. Don't do it. Don't do it. Take a break, y'all. Especially if it was fairly recent. When you do end up connecting with the next person, don't latch on to them and cling to them for dear life because they distract you from your heartbreak. Don't do that. Don't do that. A lot of you need to lay low because your actual person is the next person due to come in. You got blessings waiting for you on the horizon. Blessings. Blessings. If you're not in the right head space or the right heart space, when those blessings come in, you could end up sabotaging your own blessings. So that's why the number one priority is healing. That comes first and foremost above all other things. Not a new relationship, not a reconciliation with an old relationship. Healing. Vibration is the primary law. Attraction manifestation is the secondary law. So if you are vibrating at this frequency, the likelihood that you're going to manifest a situation that harmoniously resonates with this frequency is very, very likely. That's why laying low and at least working on your healing. I'm not saying that you have to be glowing and floating on a cloud. You know, it'd be nice, but you don't have to hold that high of an expectation of yourself, but at least put your vibration as your number one priority. Not a new relationship, not a reconciliation with an old relationship. You finding your own peace and happiness in your heart first. Okay. Because when the next person shows up, you're going to need it. Okay. All right, well, I do feel like those were the messages that all my signs of the zodiac needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. So for those of you who missed the memo, I'm going to go ahead and announce this again. I did release my newest course on how to read the tarot. It is available in my School of Self-Mastery. For those of you who purchased the first tarot reading course, check your email. You were sent a special code that you can use to get 15% off. But the course is only $10. It is centered primarily around the intuitive guide to reading the tarot. The first course that I put out is mainly focused around the meanings of the cards. The meanings of the cards is only maybe 20 to 25% of the whole tarot reading process. I know tarot readers who are insanely good at what they do, who do not know the first textbook definition of any of the cards. So I made a whole course dedicated to the intuitive guide so that it'll help you step onto this path and develop your own style and connect with your audience or your clients. Develop a relationship with your own intuition so you can allow the messages to flow through with confidence. Okay. Also, it's a new year, so new logo and new merchandise. This was just a little test piece just to see how good it is. I'm very impressed with it. But there are other really cool designs in my new merchandise store. There's some cool spiritual stuff, and more stuff is coming in the merchandise store as well. All right. Also, don't forget to check the description of the video if you would like to schedule a personal reading. Okie dokie, I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Y'all stay blessed.